Hello and welcome to our virtual Lauder College House programming showcase. This is the show portion of our show and tell for Family Weekend. If you'd like to hear us talking more about our philosophy and our programmatic offerings, please visit our senior staff family welcome video, which is also posted on our website. My name's Cam Gray. I'm the Faculty Director of Lauder College House, and it's my pleasure to introduce virtual Lauder College House to you and to walk you through, along with the rest of my senior staff, some of the things that we are doing to build community, to maintain community, and to support our students as they make their way through this unusual but nonetheless exciting Penn experience.
Hello, extended LCH family. I'm excited to share with you my Gathertown Park. And Gathertown is an amazing resource that we've been using to stay connected with residents, to sort of mix it up. You know, we're all getting Zoom fatigue and we're worn out from constantly being looked at on film and being videoed and, talking through recordings. And so this is a really nice alternative because if you're familiar with Sims or some of the other more virtual reality style games, you're in, so you can see this is me here. And you have your avatar that you can then move through the space and interact with different items. So this is my Gathertown Park. And as you go through, you can press X to interact with different things. So there's a TV screen here. We come in and do workouts together. So I'll find YouTube videos or other things that people can do on their own. And we can do them together as groups. And so when they press that, the YouTube video will play. If there's areas where there's tables, you can press to interact with that as well. And it will pull up different documents and resources, web pages. There's a feature where if you're in and you want to be able to talk to multiple people at the same time, you step on the spotlight. But so far, the residents have really enjoyed and appreciated it. It's been something that's sort of like fun, new, different, engaging. There's whiteboards throughout where people can post messages to each other and communicate or ask questions. And then I really had a good time with developing this because as I've gone through, this one that you can see over here inside my park is a gaming table where they can go and play a game together. But there's also ways where you can do sort of portals and be transported to different worlds. And so I will take you through one where we have an opportunity to leave Philadelphia for a moment and venture over to the beach. This was fun to make. And what's cool is they come out here, and if you can hear that, you start to hear the ocean sounds, so sometimes they may just need a break from studying, or a break. Right now we're in midterms and everyone is very stressed out. So having a different aesthetic, a different theme that they could go to, but also when we're doing larger meetings, this particular space has more of a conference room setup. And so we can come in and some can gather, in this area by the couches, others can come over. And if they're working in smaller groups on something, they can be here. And as people approach you, then they come up on your video screen. So if someone just sort of needs a break from it all, then they kind of want to come in and hang out and either play the games or, go through the different modules that I have in here or interact with the items, they can do that. Or the nice thing is when other residents are in, they can walk up to people and engage and have conversations. And so that's been a really nice option. But we're working super hard. We know that these times are challenging and things are different. And so we're trying to make sure that we build community in new and innovative ways. And this Gathertown has really been an interesting way to do that. So I hope you encourage your residents to check it out. We'll keep going to let you know the other fun and exciting things we're working on.
Okay, one of the things that we're always trying to do with our community is to make sure that they are connected to campus resources, whether that be resources to help them with their learning, whether that be resources to help them with their development outside of the classroom, whether that be resources that are going to help them to, be the best and have the best experience of Penn that they can have. One of the things that we've done this year is set up a podcast that we call Radio LCH. And here you see, I'm going to share my screen right now and I'll walk you through some of the options that we have here. I'll share my whole screen. One of the things that I'm showing you here is the way that our calendar works, and you'll see that we have a variety of events that are actually on campus. Things like this KERF event here with one of our GAs, Javier Pachera, and here's our Radio LCH here. What we're trying to do with Radio LCH is provide in audio form, so as a short radio show, if you like, an introduction to some of the resources that our students might be interested in pursuing. We're going to make sure that we make some of those podcasts available to you, but let me walk you through some of the things that we've been doing. So what I will first do is I will have a Zoom-based conversation with somebody. This here is one of our graduating seniors this year, named Siobhan Calhoun. Siobhan is a member of one of the a cappella groups on campus, but she's also a researcher and a scholar, a biology major. And so I had a conversation with her about her journey through Penn, how she made Penn her pen. Having had that conversation, I then turn that conversation into a podcast, an audio file, and then I upload it to our SoundCloud channel. And each of these episodes is themed, has a particular set of issues that we're engaging with and talking about. And then we launch that and we provide it to our community through our Discord channel. So this is our Discord server here, and you'll see that what I've got here is an announcement to our SoundCloud podcast, and then a collection of resources and show notes so that as our community members are listening to these resources, they're able to find those resources on Penn's campus and then access them further. It's just one of the ways that we're trying to ensure that the kinds of things that we would be able to do in person are being done while we're in this virtual world as well.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Ponce de Leon. I'm a faculty fellow at Lauder College House. This is my 5th year as a faculty fellow. I'm an assistant professor in the Department of English at Penn. I'm also faculty in the programs in Latin American and Latino studies, gender, sexuality, and women's studies, cinema studies, and comparative literature. I teach classes in all of these programs as well as in art history. I really like to bring my love of the arts and my belief in the pedagogical power of the arts to the programming that I organize for LCH residents. So one of the ways that I do this is I organize a film series that features films from around the world and follow these with informal conversations where we can all get together and talk about what we've seen. So just to show you, these are some of the films that I've featured in this programming over the past few years. And we get together and watch films in person when that's possible. And now that we're doing programming remotely, I highlight films that we can watch online and then get together and discuss via virtual platforms. These are just a few of the things that we've watched together. I also am really invested in undergraduate mentorship, and particularly in helping students connect to resources and opportunities to do research at Penn and during their time as undergraduates. So I organize events to that end. For example, there's an event happening next Wednesday, October 28th at 6 p.m., where students can sign in to Zoom and hear about the many resources and opportunities for undergraduate resource that Penn offers, and also hear from students who have research experience across a wide variety of disciplines and methodologies, who are coming to share their own practical advice on getting involved in research, finding mentors, finding funding, finding jobs in research, and so on. And finally, I wanted to highlight our program, What Matters. This is one of my favorite Lauder College House traditions. And every Sunday, one of the members of our senior staff hosts a conversation, an informal conversation on topics that matter to us. So this is an opportunity for students to take a break and have a conversation with us and their fellow residents. And the topics range from timely events that are happening in the world or in our own communities or at Penn, to conversations around time management or getting adjusted to being at Penn, or how we feel about being far from our homes and things like this. So this is one of my favorite things because it also gives me an opportunity to sort of speak to students more broadly. And I also wanted to note that Dr. Cam Gray is going to be hosting this Sunday's What Matters event. So thank you very much for listening. I have to say that being a faculty fellow has been really a highlight of my time at Penn, and I'm really honored to be able to be a resource and an interlocutor to the LCH residents.
Now that you've had a chance to hear a little bit about what programs we've had going on and where we interact with students throughout our virtual time, you may be wondering where exactly all of our events are listed so that students are aware that they're going on. I wanted to share with you the different places where we post our events. The first place of contact is always the Lauder College House website. You can visit it at lauder.house.upenn.edu. If you go to the front page, you will be able to find, if you scroll at the bottom, different announcements from our campus partners. Whether they're announcements about events going on in different college houses that they've opened up to us, or announcements from our different campus partners, such as residential and housing services, or just events that are happening that our cultural centers want us to know about. If we go back to the top, you can also see here on the left-hand side a panel of different links that students can go through. If they click on the calendar link, it will show all of the events going on in October. They can click on any particular link to find more information on it, along with sometimes the Zoom invitation link. Every Monday and Thursday, we also send out a newsletter to students. All of the events are listed with all of the information necessary for them to attend. Here we have this week's newsletter. Students can scroll all the way to the bottom to see those same announcements that were on their front page here within their email. We also have the Lauder College House 2020-2021 Facebook group. In this Facebook group, we post different announcements for events closer to the time that they're actually happening so that students can see them while they're scrolling through their own Facebook feeds. You can see here that Dr. Bronner has posted about her guided meditation event and posted the Zoom link so that if students are happening to scroll on Facebook, they can go ahead and click from there to join the event. One of the other social medias that we use extensively throughout our time remotely is the Lauder College House Instagram page. On the Instagram page, we'll post different events on our stories so that students can see them as well. Last semester, we also had an event series on Instagram where we posted about the different resources available to students while they were away. You can see those posts here. A new platform that we're trying out this year is Discord. Discord is a communication platform mainly used by gamers who interact with a more global community. We have decided to implement it this year to replace that sort of informal interaction that happens within the college house that we're not able to do because we're away. Through the different channels listed here on the left-hand side, students are able to find out what's going on in the house, ask questions of other residents. Here we have a thread going on about different costumes that are going on. When we have LCH programming, we create a channel and start using that to talk to students. Here we have the Family Weekend channel. Cam talked a little bit about this one, the Radio LCH channel. And we've got our new channel for Research Matters. We also have a bunch of different affinity groups. These affinity groups sort of work as groups of students that congregate together to discuss different hobbies or interests that they may have. One of the affinity groups is film and media. Dr. Ponce de Leon may have talked a little bit about it during her session. We've also got the Fantasy Football channel, an LCH Cooks channel, LCH Grows, and many more that are being made. We've also got a lot of other fun stuff happening, including a crossword rankings, a memes channel, and some other video chats that students can participate in whenever they have a chance. Each RA or GA also has a group of students that they communicate with on a regular basis. Through Discord, they create their own little channel so that they can speak directly to their own residents. Students would come onto this channel, click the emoji that corresponds to their individual RA or GA, and then they will be assigned to one of these groups on the left-hand side. All of these different social media platforms are run by our student managers. Our student managers are work-study students who are hired to assist us in maintaining these channels. This year, we're focusing mainly on Facebook, Instagram, and Discord, but in a regular year, they would also be helping with Twitter, Snapchat, and Flickr. If you're interested in following us on social media, feel free. On our website, you can click on this picture here and see all of the different places where we are. We're really excited and happy with all the work that we've been doing this semester, and we really would love to have you encourage your residents to join us in all of our different events. If they have any questions, they can always contact Lauder College House through email using lauder@collegehouses.upenn.edu. They can also call us at our office number, 215-898-3350, if they have any questions. Thank you so much for joining us this family weekend.